So mute it right now.
Yeah. What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Herm Radio. We at episode 16, man, and we got a real dope yesterday, man. He go by the name of Eclyse. Bro, what up, bro? How you doing, man?
What's good, brother? How you been?
Man, I'm doing well. Everything's good, man. Thank you for coming on the show. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely.
So the way we do on Herm Radio, what we like to do is kind of right off the bat, get right into the music, kind of see where a person is with the artistry and their kind of style and flavor and everything like that. So what's the first song that represents you as an artist?
So the song is called "Thoughts of a Better Tomorrow," and it's produced by Pure Fact. It's probably by maybe 3 albums.
Alright, word. So let's get right into it, man. So "Thoughts of a Better Tomorrow," Eclyse, Herm Radio. Let's go.
There's something fishy about this. Let me see those eggs.
Yo, what up, Pure Fact? Check it. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and all I feel is stress. All I feel is pain. Then I say my affirmations and I start to meditate, staying far away from hate. I'll soak up in the positive. It's love that I am offering, conquering my life. Honoring the mic with these lyrics from my soul. Feel my spirit, let it go. The rhythm and the flow, they connect with all I know. I often roam around the globe. I'm looking for a new state of mind. Take my time with everything I do. Not many think I'm cool, but I keep my circle small. Piece together parts that have fallen. I'm all in. A royal flush with the hand. Too many drugs in my hands. Time to chill out and gain a bit of knowledge. Making profit in my pockets. I'm often in my office, in my lab. Can't get lost up in the past, or caught up in the wrath of the beast. I reach for the infinite, I'm speaking with the wisdom that my father laid upon me. Some moves I make are faulty, but then lessons are learned. Gain strength with every turn, and life moving further in my mind. Searching for a rhyme that could change the way you think, but I'm chilling on the edge. Soon I'll jump off and fly around with answers to the universe. Fuck the cameras, they ain't seen shit. To calcify the eye that I dream with, I breathe with the music in my heart. Fluid with the spark that I light up with my ideas. This is history right here. Turn the page in my books and I might make you shook. In my hideaway I cook up a masterpiece. Son, it has to be the best shit I thought of. I cycle through my soul, looking for unknowns, and all I got is poems. Living life to the fullest. For those that didn't make it this far, rest in peace. Tell the beast they ain't taking me yet. Can't live your days in regret. Just move forward and let the pain digest. Only makes you stronger. I see the hate and I jet. All I need is myself and the people that will help me make it. Still my belly aching. Fuck this hell, I'm taking different routes. All these demons in my stomach, time to spit them out. My hair I'm ripping out. I'm tearing down the house and creating a temple. This life it ain't simple, but you gotta look for ways to create an easy path. And don't forget to laugh, cause what's life without happiness? A family to live it with, friends to go get lifted with. So my mission is to figure out the meaning of existence here. I'ma sip the spirit and ponder it. I ain't never calling quits, ain't no hustle that I'm knocking, kid. Go and get it for yourself, no one else can do it for you. I was born to spread the love, yo, I fiend it like a drug. And that's just like hip-hop. Feel it beating in my heart and it's streaming through my veins. Now it's easing all my pain. Believe I'm on a way different stream of consciousness. My energy is strong with this. I feel myself in a whole different confidence. Now I'm locking it, throw away the key, this is opulence. So I'm conquering my life, the mic, I'm dropping it.
Word, bro. Real dope, man. That's quite an introduction, man. Yo,
Thanks, bro.
I was messing with the lyrics, the delivery, the flow, definitely the message, definitely like everything you were saying is like, yeah, man, righteous talk, and then you was coming with the flow and the bars, man. So tell like, who is Eclyse, man, and why does that song represent you, bro?
I guess that song represents me because I don't know, during the time that I actually did that album, I was going through kind of a lot of just mental shit, you know, like trying to figure out what I'm going to do with life, if I'm doing shit right, should I be doing things different? And then also, you know, throughout that time, I'm getting like lots of wisdom from my family, friends, stuff like that, and trying to reflect that in my lyrics, you know, trying to spread that to other people. And, you know, a lot of those lyrics I'm talking about shit I'm going through, you know, life experiences, things that, you know, I wish I could have done different, all that kind of shit. So it's like kind of everything that I am in a nutshell. And I just feel like that's like the perfect representation of like what I've been through, my experiences I've gone through, things that I could do different, all that kind of shit. And I love how the beat is just like, it's like a feel good beat, but you can also ride to it and vibe to it. And so it's like, it kind of brings it together. You know what I mean? So like there's probably other tracks I could have picked, but just with the way that one turned out for me, I feel like that was just a perfect representation of like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm trying to create. And, you know, and the pure fact is just such a dope producer. Like I actually haven't linked with him since then, but I definitely need to because his stuff is just so crisp and clean. It's super sick.
No doubt, man. So yeah, I really enjoyed that track, man. The flow. So how long have you been rapping, man? Where are you from?
So I was actually born in England.
Oh wow.
I moved to the States when I was 5. So I've been in let's see, I moved to the States when I was 5 into Arizona. I was there for like 9 years. Then I moved to Utah. And then I was there for about 6 years. And then I moved to Florida. And I've been here since for about 12 years. But so like when I was in high school, you know, like partying with friends and, you know, just drinking, doing, you know, shooting the shit. Like we used to just like, you know, have ciphers and just freestyle. And then I don't know if you remember, like, what was that shit called? The AOL little instant messenger thing.
AIM.
Like
AIM,
AIM,
right?
yeah, dude. Back in the day,
Uh-huh.
me and my homies used to just like fucking write shit back and forth, just messing around. And so like I was doing that for probably like, you know, like the whole of high school.
Yeah.
And then that was like right after or right before I moved to Florida. And so I got here and I like, you know, I didn't know anybody, so I was just sitting around like just writing rhymes. And I probably like didn't actually record or like even vocalize anything for like until like maybe 6 years ago. Like all I did was like write stuff. And so like that's when I met my homie Glad to Meet Ya on Facebook, who's done like me, you know, most of my mixing and mastering. He produced like the first 4 albums that I've made, which I don't like, but obviously like, you know, I just started. So but
as artists, yeah, that's how we all feel.
Yeah, for real. I took him offline. Ain't nobody hearing that shit. But yeah, like so then I remember I went to Best Buy to look for like mics, and there's like a $60 mic or some shit. And you like, it's like a USB one. You just plug it into the computer. So I like had that a laptop, and I just in my closet just put it like on a little shelf, and I would just sit in there and record. And that's how I first did it. And like, if you heard my shit back then, it's like, you can tell that I'm just like sitting in the closet with some shitty, you know, equipment, but like, you know, you got to start somewhere. But so, yeah, I started doing that and like, just kind of, so just like kind of practicing, like, you know, obviously you start out too, you don't like, especially because I didn't rap to beats or anything. I just literally just wrote shit. So like, I didn't know how to flow to the beat. I didn't know how to count bars or anything like that. So like, you know, I got this random beat on YouTube, you know, like the free beats, a couple of them, and I would just kind of write to it and then try to practice and record it, see how it sounded. And that was like, back then I actually, like, every time I recorded something, I go into my car, I plug it into the auxiliary and see how it sounded, because, you know, shit sounds way different.
Way different.
It's crazy how different it sounds, because if you, like, I remember one track I didn't do that, and then I get it, like, mastered, and I was like, dude, this shit sucks, you can't hear anything. But it's like, yeah, when it sounds dope in the car, you know it's dope.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, I just started, and then I just kept getting, like, I met, like I said, my homie Glad to Meet Ya, and he would, you know, make beats for me, and I just kind of sit there and write to him. And, like, after the first album, I kind of, like, kind of felt a little more confident, but to be honest, it took me like the first 4 albums to actually like sound confident, you know, like, plus you know, like I used to be super shy and like introverted and shit, so it's like, you know, like if you don't feel like that in real life, you ain't putting that into your music, you know, so you
confidence is important as any kind of rapper. It don't matter.
Oh, for sure. Same shit in life, you know. If you ain't confident, you're not going to feel good about what you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's probably been about 6 years now since I like the first song I ever recorded.
Okay.
So yeah, it feels way longer, but you know, time flies.
Most definitely. All right, yo. So I want to get into another joint, and then when we come back, I want to ask you more about the writing process, because you really seem big on writing. I got a couple of questions about that. But
okay, word.
Before that, let's get into another joint. So what do you want to hear next?
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot what I sent you.
I got everything on your SoundCloud. I got the stuff you
sent
me.
Okay. Let's see. We could do the Oasis that I sent you.
Right,
the one that's produced by Four Limbs.
Word.
Yeah, that beat's so fire.
And this is off your upcoming joint?
Yeah.
Your upcoming project, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
May
we're going to
15th.
ask you more about that, which is releasing May 15th. And then I also want to ask about your process as a writer when we come back. But first, we're going to listen to this joint called Oasis by Eclyse, produced by Four Limbs. Let's go, Herm Radio.
of earth in my fingertips. I'm digging deep, find the center where the rhythm is. Envisioning the ism, yo, hidden like a spiritual. Grip the scope, see the schemes from afar. Bizarre bars, dark arts with the wizardry. Moonlight sonata symphony. Plays when I'm riding, only grace when I ride this instrumental. Get a grip of my inner mental. I make a list of why I'm grateful. Taking trips to different places over time, I see the change with the universal language. In time comes wisdom. In flight when I'm spitting, I'll be floating in the booth. Legs crossed, meditating with the beat. Step away and feel the vibe. The pen is blazing when I'm spilling rhymes. Rest assured I am elevated. Efforts aching through the limitless skies. Wrist flicking in the kitchen, but I'm penning these lines. Spread the energy through every dream I devise. Kick the evil from the people, bring the peace and we all shine. Summer days throwing steaks on the grill. Top it with Kerry go, we blazing up the kill. Blazes of filth, flying out the booth. It's amazing inside my brain. I'm a buyer when I move. Eating bison with crushed grapes. Deluxe grapes when I touch pages. Love lacing blunts will crumble. Got me sunk in my seat, underground like I'm under the sea. Moving past all the wagons in the room. Got the passion as it oozes out, yo. While I flew around the globe, immersed in different cultures. Learning all about the way of life. Pacing through this crazy mind. Up at night, thoughts wilding. Racing for the pain inside. Seems like a waste of time, so I'll make it an oasis. Beyond basics, this is 80 levels high. Skyscraping, it's amazing how the matrix gets your mind. Fuck the red or blue pill, use your third eye align. Fuck these demons, let them burn alive inside. Swerve around the hurdles, leave that bullshit behind. I got full clips of words, unloading into loads. That shit bang and be echoing through time.
Yeah, that joint was real smooth, Eclyse, man. I like that one.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you got to throw in that smooth shit, you know.
Absolutely.
I can't do the rugged shit all the time.
Yeah. That was like that, ooh, baby. That's kind of got that catchiness.
I love them kind of samples, too, and you can just sit there and just, like, zone out to it, you know.
Yeah.
I love that. I love those kind of beats.
Man, so before we were listening to that, we were talking about a couple of things. We want to talk about that track that's coming off your upcoming project. Tell us about your upcoming project.
Yeah, so it's called Royal Essence. So basically, the royal part kind of comes in because I'm born in England, you know, so that kind of shit. And then the essence part is like this album's basically like the essence of my being, like shit I've gone through, shit I've experienced, what I want to do with my life, just talking about me as a whole, as a person, you know. Most of my albums are like that, but I don't know, I feel like this, you know, because each time I make an album, I feel like, you know, I get better, I get more in tune with myself, because like that's what you know, every time I write, I'm just like, you know, like we were talking earlier, like music's therapy. It's that beat is my shrink, you know. I'm talking to that motherfucker, and I'm like, and you know, and it speaks back, you know. But it's basically just going through the amount of the shit that I've gone through, you know, even because most of the time, most of these songs I've made from probably like the start of this year. I made a couple before, like in 2019, but it's like, you know, like a lot of them I made going, you know, like through this quarantine and shit too. So it's like, it's got your thoughts racing, you know, thinking about other shit. So it's like I said before, like most of my albums are like the same sort of concept. It's like talking about life experiences, things I've done, things I want to do, things I'm going through. But this one, it seems like it's just like, it's like, I can't think of like what I'm trying to say, but it brings it all together, if you know what I mean.
What do you call it? The accumulation, culmination.
That sounds like the right word. I can't think right now. That sounds about right.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, no, it's just like that's what music is for me when I make it. It's like, you know, other people, they do, I'm not hating, but they do what they want. They talk about just like some bullshit, or like fucking guns and drugs and all that kind of shit. Like, but like I just try to make it relatable to the people that are probably going through the same shit, or like, or like sometimes I'll talk about like stuff I want to do, and it's like, like you're kind of speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
And you just hope that shit happens. It's I don't know. And I started out when I started out, all I did was, I just tried to do it for fun. Because like all I did was write too. So it's like, you might as well like make it so you can hear what you're doing. So I do that, and it's like, it feels good. I remember the first track sounded like shit, but it sounded cool because like you could hear yourself on it. And then like the more you do it, you're like cruising around listening to your own shit. It's dope.
So let me ask you, coming from that, like it sounds like an experience you're familiar with. How important is it to take that first leap, even if you're like your confidence might not be there yet? But say coming from like a young rapper, a young artist, a young creative, how important is it, and how lucrative is it to like go ahead and take that first leap? Like, don't you get great results from that, even though it's difficult?
Absolutely, yeah. It's the most crucial thing, like with music and life. It's like, dude, you like, especially it's like with the regrets and shit. It's like, if when you don't do it, that's all you think about. All you got to do is just like, you just like, I don't know, like I meditate a lot too, so it's like you got to think, you just got to get inside yourself and think, okay, I just got to do this. It's gonna maybe feel weird, or I'm like, especially with me being introverted, it's like everything I do is like outside of my comfort zone, but that's the excitement of life. It's like it brings the adrenaline in. It's that first leap of faith, that's crucial. It's like the first step to continuing and making yourself better in whatever you're doing. That's, you just got to do it. You just got to go for it.
Tell me more.
Because every time I haven't done something.
Yeah, my fault. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, every time I haven't done something, I'm just thinking about it all the time. Like, I should have done that. That's and it adds more to life experience. You just get stronger and better with who you are.
So what do you think, man? Do you think like, what do you think about regret? Do you think like, you're very philosophical? Like, I'm listening to your raps, I'm listening to your lyrics and stuff like that. Like, why do you think we're here? Like, do you think if we're dealing with regret, if we're dealing with like that feeling that we're not doing what we should be doing, like that we need to do whatever we can to kind of just like be in our life? Or do you think that we like what do you think our purpose here is? You know what I'm saying? When we're dealing with like not knowing
That's a good question.
what the next step is to take and stuff, like, you know what
I mean? Shit, I've never been asked that. Let's see. I think our purpose here is to basically become the best person that we can be every fucking day. Just every day try to do something better. But I think, to be honest, I think it's just like just creating happiness in yourself. Like spreading positivity and like good vibes and shit, good energy. Like that's like a drug, and just if you do that every day, it's going to reflect on other people. People are going to sense that, especially like, I work at a grocery store, so I'm around people all the time. And like, sometimes like I get comments from people, and it's like, they, like they sense that from you. Like you put out that vibe, and it's just like, and I feel like it's just like taking care of your family, your friends, just fucking being a dope person, just creating good vibes. I know it probably might sound cheesy, but that's like, in the end, like if you feel good every day, like at the end of the day, that's, you did your shit, you killed that day,
That makes sense. That makes sense to me, man. All right, yo, would you want to hear that track that we both did next, the one that I was featured on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Off your upcoming project, right? The one you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, Skinny Bones produced that. Shout out
Skinny Bones, man. Absolutely. So this is called In Good Company by Eclyse, featuring Herm, and it was produced by Skinny Bones, the Godfather, off his upcoming joint. All right, let's go.
Shit. I'm trying to be sitting on chrome with skinny bones in the Deutschland. We got Herm to seal the track, about to kill it, man. Wake up to a new day, Blaze up, play some Wu-Tang. Taking every shot I see, fade away and do my thing. Took a quick break, now I'm back like a boomerang. Wu Kang kicking, son, the mood a little different when I'm spitting with the illest. Feeling this misfits, the vision and imprints in the walls of my brain. Moonwalking in space, too raw when I lay words. Flew off to grip the universe. Dropping acid at the festival. See the entrance to dimensions. Now I'm stepping through to get the mood. My footprints on the moon, cause I visit space in every way. Any swigs and garlic steaks. My circle, son, it's hard to break. Part the way from darker days. Continue with bliss, paint a visual with lyrics, drum circle meditations as I sit with the spirits on sacred grounds. Blaze a pound with the homies, horror flicks on the Sony. The day rises, I'm awake and give it 100. Some we building up a kingdom, every move is a chess move. We strategize to get through. Fly essence and blessed too. The day rises, I'm awake and give it 100. Some we building up a kingdom, every move is a chess move. We strategize to get through. Fly essence and blessed too, blessed too.
Me and ECYLSC just be killing these beats that seem messy. Give 'em the mean face pesky. I mean, wait, one of the best out the west meets a being great. We wake and face the fate they try to escape. Throwing the beat tape, we eat, we bout to clean plates. 8 lit the green skate, another clean slate. Then me and my team create dreamscapes that translate to green papes. Walk with the lean lace. Often places don't seem safe, but I'm blessed. My mind off in a better zone or I'm headed home. But I ain't going nowhere till I get my bone. Got the power of 1,000 heads alone. Walk in the room and set the tone. Steady knowing where I'm headed gone. Beef I dead a long time ago and let it alone. Cause if we really gonna go there, then you head on.
The day rises, I'm awake and give it 100. Some we building up a kingdom, every move is a chess move. We strategize to get through. Fly essence and blessed too. The day rises, I'm awake and give it 100. Some we building up a kingdom, every move is a chess move. We strategize to get through. Fly essence and blessed too, blessed too. I shoot darts at the target with my words from the brain. I'd rather surf in the rain, that's when the sharks come out. Spark the sound in a blunt rap. Dark clouds bring the cloud of a gun blast. Bust back if they hit you with judgment. The beat hits like the quickest concussion. Black cat dreams used to flow like a stream. Stack the cream like wisdom. Summon demons when the liquor is guzzled. Life is the most difficult puzzle. You talk shit, they'll make a pistol your muzzle. Stay humble, that's a critical number. Peace the summer, the winter is coming. It's time for hoodies and ciphers in the rain. I stay writing through the pain, that's when the shit gets real. Always digging for the ill vinyl. Writing rhymes is really vital for my health. It keeps me shining through the cell. My third eye is always felt in the zone. Son, I'm flying through Orion's belt. The day rises, I'm awake and give it 100. Some we building up a kingdom, every move is a chess move. We strategize to get through. Fly essence and blessed too. The day rises, I'm awake and give it 100. Some we building up a kingdom, every move is a chess move. We strategize to get through. Fly essence and blessed too.
Yeah, man, that was actually my first time hearing that completed track, man. That was real dope.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So that's always cool hearing that shit after you forget that you even wrote that shit, you know?
Yeah, exactly, right? Those are sometimes the best ones, you know what I mean? So, like,
for sure.
Tell me about, yeah, my fault, bro, but tell me about the writing process of that song. Like, what's the concept of that song? What were you thinking when you put that joint
out? I was having a good fucking day, pretty much. Well, you know, it's like the day rises, I'm awake and give it 100. Like that's, I try to use that mind state every time I wake up. You know, obviously some days it's harder. You know, you get in your thoughts or you know, I don't know, that's the thing with me. It's like I'll wake up and it's weird. It's like the first thing you think or you start thinking about when you wake up. That's kind of like how your day almost starts. Like you wake up and you're like, oh, today's gonna fucking suck. It's probably gonna suck, you know. So, like, I try to wake up every day and think today's going to be sick. Like, I do affirmations all the time. Like, I wake up. That's the first thing I do. The first thing I do is, like, all right, today's a great day. I spread positive vibes, like all that kind of shit.
So how important is that? And like, do you do this every day? And how important is this in your life? Like actually getting up and just saying these words of positive reinforcement to yourself.
I do it. It's very important. It's if I don't do it, I can tell, because like I'll start getting pissed off at certain things, or like I'll start like, you know, like just getting too deep in thought about like, you know, just negative things or something like that, and I could tell, because like I remember like, oh, I didn't do that this morning. And actually now I do it, like I'll do it when I wake up, and it's kind of like a subconscious thing sometimes. Like I'll just catch myself doing it randomly, even at work. Like basically if I just come into a situation where I'm like get annoyed at something, I just start doing that. It cycles through my head. I'm like, today's a great day, like I feel good, I feel great. Like it's crazy, people don't realize it, but when you tell yourself shit, you listen to that, and your body reflects on it, and like the universe reflects on it, and that shit happens, you know. It's like,
yeah,
it's true. So like, yeah, that, I mean, that's just basically about me wanting to have a great day every day and spread that to other people too.
Yeah, because even if you didn't believe in the spiritual, you know what I mean? Which I'm not one of. I do believe in the spiritual, but even if you didn't believe in the spiritual, even if you didn't believe in the metaphysical, you actually have a chemical reaction from like your thoughts. Your thoughts, your brain is the like remote control of your life. You know what I'm saying? In a way, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So how you interact with it, how you use it to operate is very important. So it's like even something like smiling, like use the act of smiling in the corners of your mouth actually release endorphins into your mind. So it's like, even if you're like really, like, I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, it's not like end all be all, but it's like these are methods of influence over your own body and your own nature of your life, you know what I mean, that we can actually control and influence these things. Even if you have a different religion, you have different spiritual beliefs, like don't allow yourself to just fall into negative thoughts, negative behaviors, you know what I mean? I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's funny that you say the thing about smiling too, because I saw this video of this one dude, and he was like, yo, every time I look in the mirror, I just sit there and smile at myself for like 20 seconds. And he's like, it's funny as hell, but it's like, yeah, like you know, like smiling's contagious. So like you smile at yourself and you're like, okay, like I feel good now, you know? Yeah, you hit it on the nail, for sure. Nail on the head.
And similar to affirmations, man, they got mirror work where, like, say you wake up or whatever you do, you like look in the mirror, and you talk to yourself. You understand? Because if you don't do that, it's like there's a lot of things talking to you. Society's talking to you. People calling you up, talking to you, different things. It's like, talk to yourself. That's what an affirmation is. You're taking control of your thought process, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Because most people they just get stuck in their thought. And usually when you're stuck in your thought, you're not really thinking good things, you know? So I guess, I don't know, maybe you could be thinking good things, but yeah, it's like when you're conscious of what your thoughts are, you're doing something good there, and you're making it like, you're making it go off into the universe, and it reflects back onto you, and it's a wild thing. It's some shit people don't even know for their entire life, but it's like when you kind of realize that you could change your whole day. You could have some super fucked up shit happen to you one day, and you exercise that, and you know, it's not going to make everything better, but it'll make your mind state way more positive and be able to cope with it better.
Yeah, and
mind's a crazy thing.
It's kind of like surfing. It's kind of like surfing the wave. You know what I mean? You could be a really good surfer. And you could maneuver on that surfboard so that you don't just fall into the ocean and just you know what I mean, go wherever. But you can't control the wave, you know what I'm saying? And that actually reminds me of one of your tracks, yo, that I want to play, called Swimming.
Word.
We didn't play that joint yet, right?
Straight up. No. That's
right.
I love how you brought that together.
I was thinking about the swimming joint. So let's get right into this joint, man. Let's talk some more, man. So next up by Eclyse, we got Swimming by produced by Brutal Season, Herm Radio. Let's go.
Take this life by the horns, ride the wave through the storms. When it rains, I let it pour out, maneuver through the maze. Undisputedly great, the words spin in figure eight. Infinite through time, wire wisdom in the brain. Drifting in the mind is the rhythm I design. Rolling with the punches, follow all the hunches. Trying to get high, no substance, joy in abundance. Boy, I'm spitting nunchucks, smooth with the brush stroke. I like it thick like the blunt smoke. Gung-ho, hear the drum roll. Feel the love float from the fans. Ain't got many, but some are motivation. Take whatever comes, it's all about the placement. Thoughts pacing in my mind, time to let them drift away. Get within the essences embedded in my brain. Staring out the rain, maintain, I estimate the best to come.
Cause I'm providing the rhyme that be deep as the Poseidon. That hell so providing the rhyme that be deep as the Poseidon.
Got the heart of a lion, the eye of a tiger, strength of a rhino, disguised as a dragon. About to hit the lotto, then tomorrow I'm invested. Fuck that whiskey bottle, face my problems with a dense grip. Immense twist when my head's stressed, blessed to live. She's sculpted by the gods, every inch. We override the odds, yeah, your whole design is off. Mine composed the times I've walked through the open, wide and lost plains. Can see the world in her iris, bright as pearls from Ireland. I'm admiring the aura that she's shining with. Get my vitamins, soaking up the sun on the beach. Rolling up a blunt to get east. But lately it been driving my anxiety up. I feel the fire in my gut, but remember the freedom it can shine. Seeping through the cracks comes the light that is divine. We steady fighting for enlightenment inside.
Cause I'm providing the rhyme that be deep as the Poseidon. That hell so providing the rhyme that be deep as the Poseidon.
Lonely nights got my chest caving. I can't deal with the stress of blazing. Feels like I'd never make it through. The pain that shoots through my chest, goosebumps, got the mood stuck in my head. Where's the freedom within? Where's that feeling of zen? Now that feeling is bent, I used to numb it all. Now I'm facing it, I feel fucking lost. No placement, I wish you knew how it felt. Feels like a luminous hell. I stay rooted, but consuming and dwelling. Melting in my chair, trying to figure out the where and what. And why does life tear you up, and why does night make my thoughts gather? Without music, I wouldn't make it through the rain. It pours like my thoughts stuck, lost in a creative mood. Ease pain with the brain, it's insane the way the waves consume. Swimming after drowning, rise above the surface. Searching for ways out of this maze we pacing through. I'll make my way out, the light is on the other side. Rising to the top, never block what you got inside.
Cause I'm providing the rhyme that be deep as the Poseidon. That hell so providing the rhyme that be deep as the Poseidon.
I face demons every second I'm breathing, fiending for an ounce of what I'm dreaming about. Whether it's clout, soul, or destiny's unknown. Inside my home is my only comfort zone. I'm lost in the dome, so I put it in a poem. Explore and roam this earth, abnormal zones I search. What's different is the bird, and normalcy its perch. Fuck where you at, it's who you are that always works. I'll be me until I'm sprawled in a hearse. Any lifetime is calling for hurt, but ain't no joy without pain, no love without hate. Focused but controlled by my brain, but today my thoughts control my fate. I'm still walking, looking for my soul among rage. Deep down I think I'm floating in space. Cause it's timeless, this life just rides by, it's not even showing the way. So when I wake I blow a blunt to space and spread love every day. Get in my mode to find the sun when it rains, son, I'm gunning for change.
Another real dope joint, Eclyse, man. Yo, tell us what is Swimming. What is that track about?
So basically that track's about kind of a lot of shit, but kind of how music like saves me from getting too deep and dark into my thoughts and like just mental shit, you know. That basically Swimming is like, so before I started making music, I was like super deep into this fucking negative mind state and fucking thought everyone was against me and like super angry and shit at life and stuff like that. Like I used to fucking do a ridiculous amount of drugs and drinking and go to festivals and just get in this shitty mood of just like thinking all I have to do is just cover shit up with drugs, you know, like, and obviously that doesn't work for anybody, you know. So I was doing that for like fucking 10 years of my life, you know. So basically that's like, I think I have a line where I was like, yeah, music saved me. Cause like once I started doing that, it's like you have your focus on just doing this thing that you love and expressing your feelings and, you know, your experiences into a song. And then once you hear it again, it's like, it's super trippy because you're like, damn, like, yeah, I lived that shit. So I don't, it's kind of about me finding music and it helping me get through this shit and like opening myself up to finding myself, basically. Which, I don't know, that's like a never-ending fucking thing, you know. That's, everybody's trying to find that, you know. But basically, so like, I kind of put it in a sense of when I was in that part of my life, I was basically just drowning. So now I'm swimming because I've come up above the surface. And then soon, I guess you could say, I'll be fucking surfing after this, you know. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm just swimming because, like, I overcome some shit. But exactly. But then, you know, once I get better with what I'm trying to, you know, finding myself and make my life better and that kind of shit, dude, I'll fucking be surfing. I'll be surfing waves all day.
Yeah, man. That's what we all looking for, man. That's what we all trying to attain.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of my shit is super deep, but it's like that's just what I talk about. And you can also tell that I love food because I talk about food quite a lot.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Fucking love my meals, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
I love making dank ass food.
So you chef?
But yeah, no, it's
you cook?
Nah. I mean, I do. I don't think. I mean, I think I'm good, but I don't know if anyone else does.
Yeah.
But I love, dude, every meal. It's like I try to concoct something different. Like even if I'm just doing a steak, like I'll throw different seasonings on that. You know, like just try to make like just every time I make something, I try to make something different. You know, to like spice it up a bit.
I love cooking.
And it's like,
I think
it's like I have homies.
Yeah,
it's therapeutic too. It's like music.
Yeah, it's like music. That's what I was gonna say. Cooking is like music, like beat making or something like that, man. Like putting everything together.
It's like you're in the zone. Yeah, it's exactly. You're compiling all this shit together to make fucking masterpiece. You know.
Yep, the kitchen's the studio.
Except, absolutely.
I want to take it back. I want to rewind. I want to ask you about something you said, man. Like you alluded to a few times that music is really, it's more than just like, oh, this is like, some people it's like, oh man, I'm rapping. This is cool. This is what people do. I'm rapping too. But for other people like myself, not to judge anybody, but myself and you, it's like, man, like I have to do this for self-maintenance. Like it helps me just like be all right. You know what I'm saying? It helps me deal with stuff. I gotta put it down. I gotta express it and put it and transmute it into something that's positive and like productive that maybe other people can learn from. Tell me how important is your process of making music, writing music? How important has that been for you?
Extremely important. I mean, like I was saying before, like when I went through all that shit, I started doing music. I mean, it's completely changed everything for me. Like, even if I'm not like making an album that time or a song, like even if I just sit down and write what I'm thinking about, like even like, dude, if I'm just stressed or something, or if I had a shitty day, I just sit down and write straight up what the fuck happened, what I was going through, what, you know, like how I feel like I could change it. And it's like, dude, it's like one of the most important parts of my day is just sitting down and writing rhymes, or just writing what I'm thinking about. Like it's like, you know, I mean, I meditate too, but a lot of people, you know, not everyone raps. So like some people, they sit down, like they wake up, that's their day, they start their day meditating, and that's like how they start it. Like it's the perfect positive push for them to go on with their day and just, you know, make it the best day they can have. But for me, like sometimes I'll just wake up and I'll just start writing shit, and it like changes everything for me. You know, sometimes even if it's just like negative shit, you're just trying to get off your chest. You know, it's like that. Like I said, like when I write, it's like I'm talking to a shrink, but I'm not. You know, it's just like I'm like boomeranging off my thoughts, and they're coming back. You know what I mean? And they're coming back, and I'm thinking about it again, and then like, and then I go write a little bit more, and then like, and it's crazy too, because like I could start out being pissed off at something, and I'll start out writing some negative shit, and then it always ends up positive, because like it makes my mind realize that didn't matter. So then I go into a different state, and I'm like, all right, I feel better. You know, it always ends up in a like positive energy. That's always how it ends. Like, even if I'm like, you know, I have the worst day ever, I'll start writing about it, and then at the end of it, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna fucking climb a mountain right now. You know, like, it's always like, it always works out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's important to say, man, because like I can relate that. Like I could think of maybe in the past couple months where I ran into a situation or a life situation that was so it felt so heavy on me. When I wrote about it, I felt like that weight came right off of me into that paper. So I definitely, like, I tell anybody, you don't have to be a rapper, you don't have to even you don't even have to write on paper, but whatever your outlet of like being able to take that heaviness, that weight, whether it's anger, sadness, anxiety, a combination of all these things, and put that into something, man, is so important. I really feel like your message really embodies that. Like letting everybody know, like, yo, like, this is like a superpower I've developed of self elevation. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get from the music.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No doubt.
I mean, I'm trying, like, you know, I'm not like acting like I know fucking everything about the world, and you know, I'm not trying to tell people what to do, you know, but it's just like, it's just the essence of just putting it out there and seeing if people reflect on it and can gain from it, you know. Even just certain things I say, like, it's just like, how do these people interpret what I'm saying? And like, you know, it could be the same for everybody, but it's cool to think that like certain people are listening to that and like taking positive information from it and then adding it to their life. It's dope. It's like, and like you said, like, you don't have to be a rapper, you don't have to be a poet. Even if, like, I was talking to my homie the other day, and I was like, he was having like a, you know, stressful time, and I was like, dude, just write it down. Like, I know we're talking right now, you know, I'm helping you out, like, listening, but even if you're just by yourself, literally just write down what you're thinking about and look at it, and then like just reflect on that, and be like, hey, okay, how can I do this different, or how can I approach this in a better way? It's just kind of being conscious and just doing the best for yourself, what you can every day.
And it's real important to talk to people. Definitely do that. People that are trustworthy, people in your community, people that can help you. But it's very important to have stuff that you can do that rely on no one but yourself for the times when people fall through that you're trying to rely on, you know what I mean? Or there's nobody available to talk to. If you develop like like for me personally, coming from dark places, I started developing exercise routines that I managed all the way through up out of the dark places. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to develop some sort of self-development, self-help technique. It may not feel amazing right away, but put time into it and develop it over time. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like. That's what this writing process is for us as rappers.
Yeah,
you know
there's a process to everything. Like, you can't, nothing's gonna work right away. You know, you always got to start doing it. It's like keeping the momentum and keeping a routine of whatever you're trying to do to get where you're trying to go. But it's like some people think like they do one thing and like everything's gonna change. You know, it's like people that like start working out, like they think the first day they're gonna look ripped. It's like, no, dude, it's just anything in life. You got to keep going and you got to keep progressing and get better at what you're trying to do. And then once you start doing that, you actually feel better, and then it makes you want to do it more. And it just creates this snowball of just like, fuck yeah, I'm killing life right now, you know?
Yeah. And that's what you were saying. I feel like it's not about being better than nobody. It's just about being the best that you can be. You know what I mean? That's all we got to do. Each individual be the best that you could be.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Word.
No doubt.
Let's get into another joint, man. What you want to hear next?
All right. Let's see. Shit. Yeah, my computer's being weird. Hold up.
I got the ones you sent me. I got SoundCloud.
Okay, hold on one sec. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, man. There's no rush.
Computer is being a bitch right now. Let's see. I'll be down to play that first track from me and Skinny's EP.
Okay.
Called Nirvana.
Got it right here. Word.
It's on my SoundCloud. It should be like
I got it right here. A
little bit further down. Yeah.
All right, word. Let's get right into it.
Word.
Nirvana.
Shout out to Skinny.
Shout out Skinny Bones, the Godfather, man. Nirvana, Eclyse, Herm Radio. Let's go.
Speed up your degree online this summer with UMass
My bad,
Boston.
they got
We offer more than 200 online summer courses.
The Abby messing up my drops, man. Man, that was a good drop.
No worries, dude.
Come on, man. Yeah, so how you link up with Skinny Bones, the Godfather?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually remember. I'm pretty sure he hit me up on Facebook or something like that, or maybe I hit him up. I don't know, but like I don't know. It seems like it's been forever, man. But we just started talking, and I remember he sent me a beat, and I got my homie Glad to Meet You on it that I was talking about earlier. Shit, what was that called? Fuck, I can't even remember now. It's been so long. Let's see, where's that shit? It's called Shaolin Temples. It was on my EP called Spill Ritual.
Okay.
And yeah, he sent me that beat, and I was like, dude, this shit is super sick. And so I started writing to it, and I was like, I want to get a feature on this because it's so dope. You know, I want to get like two different minds meshing together on it. So yeah, I hit him up, and he loved it. So I put it on that album, and yeah, we just kind of went from there. We started talking a little bit more, and then like the next thing you know, we're talking about making an EP together. Mm-hmm. And then not too long after that, he recruited me for Voodoo Doctors, which is our like collective group of a bunch of different rappers. So yeah, it was sick. I mean, there's people from all over the world in that shit. So it's like it's cool to get all these different minds together. It's super weird too because like back in the day, everybody just comes in the studio and they're there together. But like nowadays, it's like everything's online. You're like having to send verses and beats to people online. It's a different world now, But it obviously works. It works out, but it's like, yeah, it's like he'll send me a beat and just be like, hey, you want a verse on this? And I'll be like, hell yeah. And like every time he sends me a beat, I'm like, dude, you got to be working with some bigger people right now. Like he's sick.
On the rise, man. And Skinny Bones on the rise, man, because his work ethic is crazy. He got the versatile beats. He already's worked with so many different artists, man. So it's like, but yeah, he be hitting you with a beats that you just like, oh man, I gotta start writing.
Yeah, no, the second he sends it, dude, I'll sit down and I'll write the verse there in like 10 minutes, like 10, 30 minutes, because it's just like that's how it is for me. I'll get a beat, and if it hits me like that, I'm gonna write that shit super quick.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just he's one of those producers where like I get that beat and I just write it in a very short amount of time. And actually, one of the beats I sent you that we'll play a little bit later, my homie Josh Anderson, who goes by Deadbeat Productions, every beat he sends to me, dude, I'll write that in like a half a day. Like it's just like his shit is so on point, like and it hits me like in the heart, I guess I could say. And it's just every time I hear it,
Deadbeat Productions.
Deadbeat Productions.
Deadbeat Productions. We're gonna hear some from him later, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've been talking about doing an EP, down the road, but everyone's going through some shit with the quarantine, so it's like I'm not trying to rush anything right now, but yeah, dude, Skinny's that dude, and he's like just like how we're talking right now, man. I could talk to him for hours.
We had him on the show like 7 episodes ago. He was on the show.
Yeah, I watched that one. That one was sick.
He's good peoples,
That's
man.
my dude.
Shout out Skinny Bones, the Godfather, bro. He's out here doing big things, man. We're gonna be hearing that name a lot more.
All right. Yeah.
So let's get into it. Let's get so this is a track off of your collaboration with Skinny Bones, the Godfather. He produced it. You rapped on it. It's called Nirvana. Herm Radio. Let's go.
You know, make a record that leaves some sort of mark. Someday, you know, pay my dues and I can do like, you know, hide out. But, you know, I gotta get my ass kicked for a while before I can do that.
When I wake up, I bake up, head straight up to the ocean. Cleanse my soul and get on with the day. At the moment I'm floating. For once I ain't lost in the pain. I'm lost in the bliss. Come and walk with me often. We caught in a mix between good and bad, but the bad I let pass. I need her by my side. She the reason why I shine, and together nothing's stopping it. All the shit I keep bottled in, I'm pouring out forever. Feel immortal when I'm with her. Even warm within the winter, the summer got me in the zone, building up a kingdom to live my days out. Slip away in happiness, this the greatest route. The hate, I take it out. Made it through the cloud from the struggles. Take a new approach before I tumble. Keep it humble, reach the hubble when we touch. Ain't no troubles anymore. This the undisputed source of what I've been looking for. Took me decades to find it. Now the best days ahead and the worst stay behind me. Turn pain straight to ecstasy. Now I vacate my tendencies to pay attention to the enemy, which was me. Now we homies. The day turns to night and I pray for the light to stay. I take pain out the hideaway, face it and embrace it. Take it with amazement. This the shit I've been numbing? No fucking wonder, it's easy to hold it under. To face it like a man, I'm breaking out the damn cage. Laying down a plan for the future. Facing my computer, jotting down these words. Blazing up the Buddha, past problems seem absurd. Free your mind and the body follows. Fuck dwelling in the past, that shit swallows you up. No more sorrow in the gut, son, I threw it all up. Release what isn't needed, freeing all the demons. Kick him to the curb, feet rooted to the earth. Dreams moving with the mood, I just knew it could be heard. Heard from in the universe, searching for the root of worth. It's deep down inside. Breathe out these rhymes to get through how I'm feeling. Everything's looking up, never looking down. Peace to all the people trying to hold on to the crown. We're all kings and queens, it's all in our reach. But how far will you go to get the feeling that you need? Today's a new day, take flight like I'm Jordan when I'm soaring through this maze. Storms brewing, sort of losing all this pain, but it takes a little time. Break the chains from in the mind, now my thoughts are running free. Free of negativity, peace within the enemy. Never thought I'd feel it, rhyming is my healing. I'll never stop spitting shit. Fuck the hate, man, tell them all to rid of it. My escape plans to travel to the end of this earth with another soul. By my side till the end, time flies, but I'm stepping with the groove. Was out of line, but I balanced it all. Got back up from all the falls. Shit.
Another real meditative, introspective joint, man.
Thank you, bro.
Joint,
yeah, that beat goes, man. That shit just rides.
Yeah, man.
That's how Skinny does it.
He got that bop to all his songs, and then kind of just gives you like it's perfect match. It's a perfect match to your vocals and your voice, your tones, your rhythmic patterns. You know what I mean? And the content. It's very nice, you know what I'm saying? It's very nice experience to just like sit back and just chill, listen to that stuff, you know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
And think, you know what I mean? It puts you in a
thought,
It puts you in certain thought patterns.
Yeah, I try to get people thinking, you know?
Yeah.
That's like how like all those motivational speakers are and like people like that. It's like when they talk, you're like, oh shit, okay, I didn't think about that, you know?
Yeah, say something simple, but something you might have heard before, but in a way that makes you think about it in a different kind of way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let me ask you this, man. Another philosophical kind of theme to this song. So you call it Nirvana. What is Nirvana? What does this song mean?
All right, so this is kind of the same concept as the swimming thing. So like, I was talking about like being submerged in, so like I was saying, I was like drowning, being submerged in just your thoughts and just shit you think about yourself and regrets and stuff like that. This is the same kind of thing, but this is me like, okay, so like nirvana is being like in straight bliss, but that's why I called it nirvana, Near, because I'm not quite there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like, I'm nearer to nirvana, if that makes sense.
No doubt.
So, yeah, so like I'm getting closer to where I want to be in life and where I want to come, like as an MC and like just a person with my family and friends and stuff like that. So it's like that's one more step to me becoming to just being in bliss with my life and stuff like that. So it's like that's why I called it. That's why I called the EP that, because, and then plus like all the beats for me, they feel like that. Like every time I heard those beats, I felt so good. Like I think I made this EP in like 2 weeks or something, because everything felt so good that I was like, dude, I can't help but just write this song right now, Like, so it was just perfect for me, and it made sense. And like, Skinny's like he's like that. We have the sort of same thought process too. So it was like when we talked about it, it just meshed and it was perfect.
Yeah, and that's important. The chemistry, the like-mindedness, and that really like translates through in the record. So yo, if you don't mind, let's get right into another joint off of that same tape.
All right.
So that people could get a preview. For the rest of the tape, y'all gonna have to go and like actually listen either on his Bandcamp or his SoundCloud. But I want to give a further kind of feel of what the tape represents. So what track do you want to hear next?
Let's do. I'm trying to choose between two of these. Let's do Look Inside, just because I'm trying to keep it on like the same wavelength of the last song.
All right, so next up we got Look Inside by Eclyse, produced by Skinny Bones the Godfather.
Take the safe roads or straight towards the unknown. Find the source of the force and contort what is known. Knowledge over power on a course to get the loot. Hour by the hour, stay immersed in what I do. Determined with the urge to get the mood right. I sip a cool Sprite. The interview bring a new moon tonight. Cruise through the night with smoke out the window. Hear the flute through the sky and the arrow through the wind. Move through the light, this ain't the end and it begins. Send a letter to my kins, extending out my gratitude. Take the best route to X out the past moves. They say cash rules. A piece of paper tells you what you can and can't do. Panoramic moves, got my eyes wide open. Your time flies, don't it? So live at your best. The seven sins so effortlessly dig into your chest. You gotta take a look inside. Raise my book of rhymes, take a note to the game. Blow and throw up in the rain. Learn from the older folks, they know how to cope with the pain. I'm just floating through the flames of the phoenix. Gotta take a look inside. Raise my book of rhymes, take a note to the game. Blow and throw up in the rain. Learn from the older folks, they know how to cope with the pain. I'm just floating through the flames of the phoenix. Yo, I walk around the city with that feel-good feeling. Flashing lights and liquor in my system, but without it I ain't clouded. Seeing clearer through the masses, feel the spirit in the mountains, float above and all around it. Roll the blunt and walked upon the beach. The blue skies for the clouds, got the mood mapped out. Move past the two-faced, I don't fuck with no fakes, but hold up a whole weight I shouldn't. Bone-breaking bars got my whole face distorted. The cocaine's imported, Bolivian got the whole nation pouring. The old ways were gorgeous, there's no way I'm bored. It's the domain to torch this. Whole page is pouring what I spill about my orifice. Tortoiseshell stunnings, some was born in hell, sword and belt buckle up. You gotta take a look inside, raise my book of rhymes, take a note to the game, blow and throw up in the brain. Learn from the older folks, they know how to cope with the pain. I'm just floating through the flames of the phoenix. You gotta take a look inside, raise my book of rhymes, take a note to the game, blow and throw up in the brain. Learn from the older folks, they know how to cope with the pain. I'm just floating through the flames of the phoenix. Buck from the block, y'all dumb fucks need to stop. Drop the Glock, grab a book, meditate, take a look inside. Y'all just shook in the mind. The crooks in the night, stay alert. Examine every inch of the mind. Fully loaded clips from my lips, got you lost with the ism and some oxtail soup. Gotta pick the right moves. Live your life through the hardships and mishaps. Mixing art with a touch of madness. Flow deeper than a sunken battleship. Clutch the absinthe. In the lab, it's my cave where I mix up a batch of this audible dope. Got you nodding, I often compose what the gods will condone you to listen to. Cha. You gotta take a look inside, raise my book of rhymes, take a note to the game, blow and throw up in the rain. Learn from the older folks, they know how to cope with the pain. I'm just floating through the flames of the phoenix. You gotta take a look inside, raise my book of rhymes, take a note to the game, blow and throw up in the rain. Learn from the older folks, they know how to cope with the pain. I'm just floating through the flames of the phoenix.
Yo, Eclyse, yo, public service announcement, Eclyse, bro. Yo, Skinny Bones, the Godfather, man. If you out there, I need a beat like that, man. I need a beat like that, cause that's like
goddamn right.
From that, like whatever record you sampled that joint from, I need like a beat from that. Skinny Bones, the Godfather, man. Please send me one of them joints, bro.
Yo, I told him we were doing this. He said he was in tune, so he's probably starting on it right now.
Yo, tell me about that joint,
get on it,
man.
Boy.
Tell me about that joint. That joint I like that, man. That was cold, man. Tell me about that.
So actually, sorry, one second, my cords are all fucked up. Take a look inside. I remember my dad told me that once, and he's actually a big inspiration for pretty much everything. Obviously, my mother too. You know, they're both in tune with this same kind of mind state. But my dad's more of a talker. You know, my mom's introverted like me. So my dad's more the one that's like, you know, putting it out there to me. But you know, he's the one that got me into this kind of change in my life type shit. You know, like giving me all sorts of wisdom. You know, being positive, affirmations, meditations, all that kind of stuff. So. I remember he told me that once, and he was like, just take a look inside yourself. And that shit hit. It took off like a fucking rocket, you know. And you know, it's hard for people to realize that. It's like, yo, when you're going through some shit, you just got to look inside yourself and just be like, yo, how am I feeling? Observe it, you know. You got to like look at what you're going through or what your thoughts are, what's happening with your thoughts, and think like, how can I do better at that? How can I change that? Stuff like that. So it's like, and then like part of the song is that I raised my book of rhymes. You know, it's like, it's the same thing we were talking about. It's like, you know, I put my oath to the game. Because every time I make a song, it's like it's therapeutic to me. Like I've said a few times, but it's like I'm you know, when you put your hand on the Bible, that's a fucking oath to that religion. Music is my religion. Like shout out to Ziggy Marley. I think that's one of his songs. Mm-hmm. But that's how I see it. You know, it's like music's my religion. You know, it's like people go to church. You know, I fucking wake up and start playing music. That's church for me, you know? So it's like you got to look inside yourself and see how you're feeling. See, like that, you know, like, because a lot of people don't do that, you know. They don't, you know, you can check up on people. You can check up homies and friends and stuff like that. But if you don't, like, check up on yourself, you know, You gotta, you're not.
Can't help anybody.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's like they say. What do they say? If you don't love yourself, you can't love someone else.
And we all learned that the hard way, and that's why you see somebody that say, like a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm a good person," but bad stuff keeps happening to me. It's like,
right?
Are you actually? Have you actually tried like completely going into loving yourself, looking inside of yourself, and fixing that before you allow bad things to happen? Or you go into situations where bad things might continue to happen to you? You know what I mean? You might just have to like. I'm called Herm for a reason, man. Sometimes you just gotta go herm it up, you know what I mean, and just like deal with yourself for a period of time. For sure. Man. Seclusion.
Oh, no, for sure. No, I do that quite often. I mean, I like to get out too. Like it's weird because I'm like an introverted extrovert, if that makes sense. Like I love my time by myself, you know. Like I'm good alone, but then it comes to a point where I'm like, yo, I got to get out and like talk to people and be around people and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, you get life lessons from yourself and other people too. You know, you could teach yourself plenty of shit. You know, it's not like you're just getting things outside of from other people. You're getting stuff from yourself too every single day. What you tell yourself, what you're learning that day, but then also you got to be like, okay, I've got enough of myself teaching myself, so I got to go out and be like, hey, you just talk to people, you know, even if it's not like the craziest conversation ever. Like every time I talk to someone, I feel like I gain something, you know. Like I forget this quote, but someone basically said like every person you meet knows something you don't know. So every time you meet someone, you're learning new shit, you know.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like even if I just talk, yeah. Exactly. Sometimes it's not good, but you know, it works out in the end. You kind of learn to not do what they just said, you know.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, I want to play a couple more joints.
All right, word.
Before we get out of here, and there's one other thing that this dude wants us to play his track. So I want if you want to stick around and play, it's like a beat. Might be a potential producer after we get done with the whole show.
Yeah, I'm down.
So what do you want to hear next? I want to play 2 more tracks. I know you were talking about
let's do the one with oh yeah, we didn't do that. Yeah, let's do that one next.
So where's that at? Is that on SoundCloud?
It's on the one I sent you. It's called Life is Beautiful.
So this is off your project. Remind us all what's your project that's coming out?
This one's off my project. It's called Royal Essence. It'll be out May 15th. The cover is done by this dude named, I think I'm saying it right, Barnaby Oakley. Okay. I randomly found him on Facebook, and dude, I'm pretty sure he's done the sickest artwork I've seen, like cover art I've ever seen. And like I kept scrolling through his shit, and one day I was like, dude, I just got to get him to do my cover art, and he did the front and back. And Barnaby Oakley, he's super sick, and I explained to him what I wanted, and he absolutely killed it. It was super sick.
That's dope, man. So we'll be seeing that when the album comes out, right?
I posted the front cover and back cover. So he's the one that did that.
It's on your Facebook? All right, when I play the track, I'm going to go to your Facebook and I'm going to bring it up.
It should be on my Facebook. It's on I have 2 different Instagram accounts too, so I put it on there as well. But yeah, it should be on my Facebook maybe like a week ago or so, I want to say. Okay,
I'm going to go look for it.
Word.
So we got up next an exclusive track by Eclyse. It's called Life is Beautiful, produced by Deadbeat Productions, Herm Radio.
She like a view from a mountaintop. Dollars in sight, these opioids still crowd the block. Stay fly straight down to the socks. The beat so loud when it knocks, trying to make my cash rise like the Dow in stocks. Sat on a throne with the crown on the top. I'm in the crib watching Faces of Death with the homies, and we breaking the bread. Faded princess, verbal laser to your head. Used to copped up sacks back then, bust back with mad flavor. I could take fire from Satan, the sword from a Spartan, the eye from Horus, and the night from a crawler, puffing marijuana on a different level, skipping pebbles of Godspeed, revolving like planets, walking through madness, hand gripped on acid. I'll be damned if I can't get 100 grand to sit on. A yellow bone to grip on. For now I step alone and drift off the unknowns. The tongue flows like sharp swords, harsh bars with the dark force. Hate and love, that's the art of war. Spark the source with my energy, born with the tendency to murk every beat I touch. I fiend for music, y'all just fiend for drugs. DMT got my pine needle sharp. It's time to rise from the dark, turn a spark to the brightest of stars. Blow a spliff on the beach, now I'm drifting in sand. Got visions and plans for my future to uplift and expand. Mind loaded like gun clips, a blunt lit with 6 grams. I kick sand, not rocks, pouring drinks as I sink like quicksand in my socks. Leaning like kickstands on a Kawasaki. Grab some sushi and pound a sake. We pour out liquor for the homies. Born a winner, extra pickles on the hoagie. If you don't know me, I'm weird as fuck. Just thought I'd clear that up. Give me a beer, a blunt, and I'm set for like 10 minutes. Every day I step out the crib dripping. Only fly shit, king shit in the kitchen. Spread the wisdom my parents taught me. Nowadays it's all digital like Bobby. Spit like a pistol, gripped by a killer. Half these kids zombies, Michael Jackson Thriller. Crush grapes from Bordeaux from my palate. Dry as ever, mad clever. I'm ready for fall like cadavers. If you caught that reference, you a real one. Add cash to the bank till the feels up. Got my skills up, build kingdoms. Shit is ill, son. Nature highs, the pharmaceuticals.
Yo, my bad.
I just do it though. In my dreams, I flew to Rome from the fluid ocean. The flow kicking on a dope mission. Connect like 4 when I soar over the beat, trying to get a 4-door Porsche with some torque in the streets. My shit doper than that shit you shoot in your veins. Improving my brain, every move that I make, every step is a chess move. I'm moving with grace. Smell the tulips, this is luminous taste. Son, I'm oozing with greatness. 2 doobies plus a movie with aliens. Truly amazing, kid. If you don't love yourself, what the fuck is you doing? All this hate brings destruction and ruin. Hop in the whip and I'm cruising to Wu-Tang. The mood bangs when I enter the room, man. The shit is too dank like a fucking rack of lamb. I hold dope like it's crack in my hands. Trying to be stacking grands on an island with a catamaran.
I like this joint. This is another beat that goes crazy too. Real dope. Oh man, did we lose him? All right, it looks like we temporarily lost Eclyse, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into the next joint off of his project that is coming up May 15th. Eclyse, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Can you
fault.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I thought we lost you again.
No, you're good.
All right, word. What's up, man? Yeah, I like that one. That last joint with the beat, man, and the flow, everything was on point. You said what?
Thank you, bro. Yeah, like I said, man. Every time he sends me a beat, like I literally I finish that shit in a day. Like every time it just hits me like that, you know?
Yeah.
I love it. It's super dope.
Nice violin on there, and like that sample was hitting hard. The way he chopped it was hitting real hard.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Super sick.
So, who's that producer, by the way, again?
Deadbeat Productions. His name on Facebook is Josh Anderson. He's like good home. You know Dr. G, like from Seven Spheres.
No,
he's good homie. So. Damn, I'm gonna have to hit you with that link later. I did one song with him with Dr. G. It's him and a duo. This other dude, Ghost One, called Seven Spheres. But they're super sick, but he's good homies with them. That's kind of how I met him. And yeah, he sends me like beats all the time that he's making, and like every time I'm like, dude, send that to me right now. You know, like it's super sick.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know he's still trying to perfect his style, because he hasn't been. I don't think he's been doing it a while, but I don't think he's been like getting back into it for too long. You know, so he's getting back into the groove. But yeah, I'm trying to do an EP with him very soon.
Okay.
But yeah, he's definitely on my list of like next album or two for sure.
Oh yeah, man. I can't wait to hear that, man. That combination is gonna be crazy based off of that one track at least. You know what I mean?
Thank you, man.
All right, let's get into another joint, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do one more thing before we get out of here.
Word.
What's the last joint that you want us to hear for the day?
Let's do the one with Ed Rowe. It's called Purpose.
Purpose, right?
Have you heard him before?
I know I have, but I feel like I'm slipping right now.
So he hasn't done shit. I mean, he just released a new EP like not too long ago, but before that, I don't think it was for a couple years. But he's done a lot of like it's funny because I used to listen to him all the time, me and my brother, and I reached out to him randomly, like, you know, like, I don't know if you ever done that when you're just like, dude, I'm just gonna talk to this person and see if they even respond to me.
I've tried,
you know?
It never worked.
So this time it worked. So he's done with have you heard of the producer Purpose?
No.
I forget.
You keep putting me on the spot, man. All these people will be like, "You haven't heard of me, though."
Good.
It's like,
who
are you?
I'm gonna open your ears up to all of it, dude. I love spreading that shit out to people. But he has an album with him. He's got an album with this dude KVH, I think it is, and then this dude Concept, who's a really dope producer. They made an album called Essential, and I think that's first how I heard him. I'm not completely sure. But yeah, I used to listen to him all the time. Me and my brother would bump him, and and then one day I was like, dude, I should just hit this dude up and, you know, see if he wants to make a track. And I guess he hadn't made anything in a while, and he was like, yeah, dude, let's do a song. And so I think we've done like 3 or 4 now, and yeah, he's super sick, dude. His flow's dope. He's got really dope content. Like everything he does is sick. Like he's one of the people that has inspired me in hip hop. Like there's plenty others, but he's one of those people that you know, I'd hear his music and I'd just be like, dude, I want to do that, you know. So yeah, no, he's super sick. He's really down to earth for sure.
And that's great y'all were able to connect on the joint, man, for your new album, man. And,
for sure.
Even though he's got like an established catalog and all that type of stuff in the audience, you never know. As an older audience, you could be exposed to a whole new audience. Even if it's a more up and coming rapper, you never know what they're gonna do or like who's gonna listen to it. So it's like, don't always sleep. Like, oh yeah. You know what I mean? It's not Absolutely. Pokemon. It's not like levels to it. It's like, yo, I'm a higher level rapper than you. It's like, nah, man. Like, think strategically, man. You never know what. Participate.
Absolutely.
You know?
No, I feel that for sure. 100%. Hell yeah.
That goes out to all y'all big name rappers that's denying my invites to the show. No, I'm just
Damn right. Actually, I gotta say one other thing about this song. So I got it mixed and mastered, and then I have a homie that's a DJ. His name's the Infader, and last minute I was like, yo, would you be down to throw cuts on this? So this is like. This isn't the full version.
Okay.
It's mixed and mastered, but the cuts aren't on it yet. So he's gonna be doing that next day or two. So like when you hear the album, it'll be a little bit different because he's gonna throw cuts on it. But this is like, it's still mixed and mastered, but it's not gonna be like the full version. So
so this is even more exclusive because like this version is not even gonna be heard again.
Straight up,
right? So we got the exclusive Eclyse with Ed Rowe called Purpose. And we're gonna get right into it. Herm Radio.
Hey yo, check. Catch the vibe. Speaking my mind, reaching divine with each dream I devise. Leaking lyrics at your speaker, they fly. Spitting ether, got y'all fiending for dimes. Stacking cream till it reaches the sky. I need an island with a wife and the freedom to shine. Beaming this light that hides in the pits of my stomach. Grab the blunt and I sit and I hover. Ride it hard through the winter to summer. Steady spitting that butter. Dip quick in the whip on other levels you kids couldn't muster. Floating like celestial spheres. Mentally clear, pencil sharp like a devilish spear. Strike venomous fear and enemies that try to get to your spirit. Miracles happen with positive thoughts. Caught in a block, but I remove it like Jenga. Raw when I talk, put the mood in the center. Remove foolish from my movement. Constantly improving my measures. Good intentions show the essence is intended. These bars leave you breathless, and me too. Speak flu cause I spit it sick. Sipping drink straight, drowning the pain. Yeah. The mind's awake, the soul's searching. My mind stays slowly serving its purpose. Meditate, step away, observe what the earth brings. We're all connected, let's live for a purpose. The mind's awake, the soul's searching. My mind stays slowly serving its purpose. Meditate, step away, observe what the earth brings. We're all connected, let's live for a purpose. No division, we just living in the moment. No division, we just living in the moment.
It goes beyond bars. Get me charged to fight for freedom. Dictionary and solitary won't give my life meaning. Defining an emotion and words don't verbalize. Never losing value when finding your worth in life. What's this life worth? Can't take it with you under this earth. If it wasn't of service, then it wasn't deserved. Something to preserve. Remind me why I started in the first place. To make the best of it when I'm drowning with my worst case of stagnance and hopelessness. Times when I can't spot the drive to make my focus shift. Blind to the fusion of my purpose and soul to my personal goals. Until my word is universally accepted as gold. I gotta pan deeper. They planting pandemics, I plan beat up. Lock it down so I can stand free of all the mind pollution. Cleanse the dome, yo, that's my solution. It's my duty to spit something to keep your mind moving.
The mind's awake, the soul's searching. My mind stays slowly serving its purpose. Meditate, step away, observe what the earth brings. We're all connected, let's live for a purpose. The mind's awake, the soul's searching. My mind stays slowly serving its purpose. Meditate, step away, observe what the earth brings. We're all connected, let's live for a purpose. No division, we just living in the moment. No division, we just living in the moment.
Very dope, man. Very dope, man. So you say you reached out to that rapper. That's somebody that you had heard that you were, you were kind of a fan of his music, and you were like, man, let me just reach out to this dude and see if he get on the record, and he did. And the outcome is amazing.
So actually, when I first did that was a couple of years ago. So we got a couple songs already.
Okay.
So we've just been constantly like sending beats back and forth, doing verses for each other. So I don't know. I think that's probably maybe our fourth track or so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, dude, I've been listening to him for fucking like 8 years or so, something like that, and just reached out because I just loved his music, and I felt the same vibe when I listened to myself, when I listened to him. So it kind of worked out, and he was down with it. So yeah, we've been homies ever since. So it's dope. It's crazy nowadays too, because like I've only met one person that I've made any music with. It's a fucking trip, man.
Like times.
It's so strange, man. There's so many people I've made music with, producers, rappers, and there's only one person I've actually met, which is my homie Glad to Meet You. He lives in Arizona, where
the only person you met is Glad to Meet You.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that fucking weird? That's funny. I didn't think about that till you said it. And I'm pretty sure he said that when I walked up to him when we first met. Glad to meet you, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's weird. Like, you don't meet people that you make music with anymore unless you're in the same state,
It's true.
Well, cool, because you just, in the day, you wouldn't be meeting half the people where you are now because there's no way to do it. There wasn't internet it is now back then. So yeah, it's sick. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be doing music years on from in the future. That's why I love it. It's just constantly do people online and find their YouTube channel or SoundCloud or whatever, and then like that'd be a dope person to work with. So you hit them up and it works out. It usually does.
Mhm. And everything's changing, man. It's like, yeah, you might. I do records with people that I have met but they still might just send something to me. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, it's different. Yeah, unless you got like a studio that you're going to. Otherwise, it's or like a home studio or something. Like otherwise it's just seems like it's easier for people to just record it and send it out. You know?
Yeah, no doubt. Yo, Eclyse, man, it's been dope sitting down with you, man. We had a great conversation. All of the music.
Likewise.
Thank you, bro. All of the music is really dope, man. The beats, the flows, everything, the rhymes. So I want to remind everybody, like, where can they find you? Remind them what the name of your upcoming project is and where they could find that.
So I'm on. So actually, have you ever heard of DistroKid?
Yeah.
Ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I use that. So I pay like $20 a month or whatever, and they put it on like iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify, Pandora, pretty much everywhere. Like Google Play, like anything you can think of. But so I did myself. I put it on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. So I got SoundCloud/Eclyse, which is ECLYSE, and then I have a Bandcamp, which is ECLYSE.bandcamp.com. So that's like the first things I put it on, and I submit it to the DistroKid, and then it goes on like iTunes, Apple Music, all that kind of stuff. And it usually takes about a week or so after I submit it. So on May 15th, the album will be out on SoundCloud and Bandcamp 100%. And then it kind of it depends on the other streaming services.
Yeah.
Usually iTunes is first, and then Google Play and stuff like that. But I try to do it like a week before my actual release, so they have time to put it out. So Royal Essence will be out May 15th, and then maybe the others about 16th, 17th on everything else. So
okay.
And then shout out to actually Paka Vibe. I don't know if you follow him on YouTube.
Vibe, big shout out Paka Vibe, man. Yo,
yeah.
Paka Vibe be putting on all these artists. He's a French,
oh yeah, man.
He's a French what do you call him, curator, DJ that be just like taking all of this music, all this underground music, putting it together in a channel that he calls Paka Paka on YouTube, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You find some of my music on there. He kind of like breaks artists, kind of tries to bring them to whole new audiences. You know what I mean? So big shout out Paka Vibe.
And there's so much shit, dude, that I've never heard in my life, and then I'll go on there and listen to it, and I'll be like, how the fuck have I not heard this? It's so sick.
Exactly.
And yeah, he's got most of my projects on there, so I'll be hitting him up and see if he can put it on there too. So yeah, it'll be on YouTube as well, about probably the same day. So yeah.
So,
fuck yeah.
All right, word. So ECYLS. I mean, my fault. I'm butchering it. ECYLSE.
ECLYSE. And then so basically, no, you're good. Pretend like the S is a Z. So that's how I say Eclyse.
Eclyse.
Instead of an S. Yeah. I kind of wish I put a Z in it, but it's too late now.
All right, word. But yeah, my fault for if I butchered it, man. My fault.
Oh no, you're good. Ain't a problem. It's all good. It's all good. There's other things to worry about.
Word. So ECLYSE.
Yep.
On all platforms, basically.
Yep. Everything.
All right, word. Unless you got
some shit I never heard of, it's probably not on that. But
all right, word, bro. Yeah, I want to know if you want to stick around for one last thing. This kind of segment that we're doing right now. This dude said he wants us to play his beat. You know what I mean?
I'm about it.
All right, let's vibe out to this beat. Be the last thing we do before we get out of here, man. And just kind of, when we come back, we'll talk about what we think about the beat. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Word. His name is Funky One. Funky
like
ONE. Funky Tronic. Let's go. I think he's from Germany.
I like it.
Let's go. Yo, Eclyse, man, what you think about that joint, man?
Yo, that shit rides, bro.
Yeah, that joint is crazy dope, bro. That was dope. That was
That
like
was super sick.
I could hear you on that, man. I could hear you on that.
I was like writing shit in my head. For
yeah.
That.
So his name is
fire.
Funky One, FUNKEYONE. And
that was on SoundCloud, right?
That was on SoundCloud. He spells his name different. He calls it Dr. Funky Feelgood on SoundCloud. I'll send it to you.
All right, word, yeah. I'll check more of his shit out. That's dope.
Yeah, he was just vibing out and he sent it. He was like, "Yo, can y'all play that, man?" Yeah, but actually, I could actually hear you on that.
Fuck yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I could rock that for sure.
Yeah,
that was dope. Yeah, no, it no, it just had like I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but it just like the vibe that it had. It was just like, dude, like it just made me think of just like getting in my car, driving down the street, smoking a blunt, just like, you know, like
yeah,
just chilling with the homies, going on a space cruise, you know, like that shit was really dope.
I don't know,
I felt that.
It made me want to rollerblade or something, man. Like, you know,
for sure.
Like rollerblade, just holding pizzas for no reason in both hands. Like, I don't know.
Hell yeah! What kind of pizzas?
Like, yo, pineapple pizza, man. Pineapple pizza, bro. I don't know.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah.
Not many people like them, but I feel it.
It is what it is. No, I'm vegan. Pizza. I'm vegan. I don't eat cheese, man. To be honest with you, bro.
Oh, okay.
Vegan pizza.
All right. That's cool.
Hey man, yo, Eclyse, my fault, Eclyse, bro. Eclyse has been an absolute.
You're good.
It's been an absolute pleasure sitting down with you, man. We're gonna have like some episodes in the future where we have like a bunch of people on at the same time. You got to come back for that. And I need all your music, all the music, the new tracks. Definitely I'm gonna be downloading it anyway, but I'm gonna be playing it in the Herm Radio segments that we got, where it's just gonna be nothing but music playing. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be coming up.
I appreciate that. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate everything you're doing, man. I honestly haven't seen more than like three of the Herm Radios, but you know, I'm gonna sit down and watch.
That's
more
a lot to me, man. More, yo, like I'm glad anybody's watching this, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's dope what you're doing, man. It's especially during these times, you know, people are bored, people don't know what to do themselves, so it's like it's dope to get you know, people out there and see what they're doing with their time, and just, you know, all the awesome music people are making. So it's very appreciative for everything.
Yeah, and it's gonna be on YouTube, youtube.com/activated. All of these episodes are available on YouTube. So if you want to see a bunch of dope artists, we got spiritual gurus, we got all kinds of stuff, just talks with a bunch of dope people, information about life, dope music. Definitely check us out, youtube.com/activated. Make sure you go to Herm Radio on Facebook and like the page. And yeah, man, keep.
Hey, one more thing. Shout out to A God. He's on my new album too.
A God, bro.
And I know you had him on. You had him on earlier, so yeah, I wanted to.
He's gonna be back on soon too, man. Yo, a lot. A God, man. He's in his studio. He got a studio set up going on, and he's just in there like busting out joints right now, man. He's like, he's in war mode, just like ready to hit it. So by the time, like, you know what I mean, sometime in the near future, we're gonna be hearing some new A God fire, man. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Shout out A God, man. We got to get on some joints, all three of us too.
Oh, for sure. I'm down for that. Word up. Definitely.
All right, Eclyse, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yo, peace. Have a good one. All
good
right.
talking to you,
one
bro.
Love.
Have a good night. Peace.
All right. And we out.